I should share on behalf of my company some of our valuable experience. And I'm very delighted that since morning, very important inputs has been shared by various speakers. And probably this 25-minute or 30-minute talk may help to summarize that what all has been talked. Kindly bear with me that I will be, because I am a though IT man, information technology person, but I will say that at second of my career, I will be retiring from this company, a rich company next year. I have become a business person. I consider that IT, today if you like to really prosper IT, if you like to use information technology, you have to be more business person. So whenever a customer, my user, I call my user a customer, he comes to me. If he goes to other bosses, we have big departments, they will start with a no, that I don't have the time schedule. I cannot deliver your product. I cannot deliver your solution. I welcome always my user. I say, let me learn this process from him. The context is very simple. 13 years back, see, I like to start my presentation with the two contexts. One is the context of uncertainties. We are living in the world of uncertainties. You must have seen yesterday, I think Prime Minister or our Finance Minister has directed all banks that, and all our companies, oil companies, IOC, BPCL, and HPCL, that you should buy dollar from only single bank. And that we are responsible for this dollar fluctuation, that oil companies. We are living in the world of uncertainty. Therefore, yesterday my director, Mr. B.K. Datta, was taking the review of the refinery performance. And we were put on the toes. We have Bombay refinery and we have Kochi refinery. Then he started asking the performance of two refineries. And he says that, no, you compare. Then Bombay refinery, my refinery, because we have the distillate yield, we have one parameter called distillate yield. You understand the distillate yield? We process the crude. I have the slides for that. Then he started asking the distillate yield. Our distillate yield was a little lower than the Kochi refinery distillate yield. The reason is that the Kochi refinery, the product, because we use the crude, in case of the Kochi refinery, because the coastal is very near, that the landing cost of the crude, and they use the big vessel for importing the crude. Their landing cost is lower than what Bombay refinery crude is there. And there are other factors, so many factors are there. Our people start defending, sir, our learning cost is higher, whatever the reason. I invite vendors, solution provider. I think, at this age, I feel that, probably there is a technology difference, which probably we have implemented or we have configured refinery. Our distillate yield will be at least at par with the Kochi refinery. Even, their landing cost is lower than our landing cost. So that is what I call it, that challenge for technology and engineers. Second thing, few years back, year 2000, I was invited to deliver a talk in San Diego by Delphi, and I happened to meet Peter Drucker, who died some 5 years back. I still feel the vibration of the shake hand which I have done with him, that, and he has taught us, in 45 minutes of his extempo, delivery of talk, he taught us 2-3 things, very important thing which I always carry. You can read that, He said that, that was year 2000. When the ERP was getting implemented, we have taken a call of the business BPR, we call it the business process re-engineering. That time he has challenged all of us. There was a hall, full of that, the best hotel in the San Diego, I forget the name, the big hotel, and he challenged, there was 200 guys sitting over there. He challenged that IT is not being used, information technology is not being used, the way it should be used. That first statement, we need to be inwardly focused, but outwardly, we need to be not inwardly focused, This is what is happening. I think some of you must agree that, that today information technology is not being used outwardly. What is happening in the market, how I design my systems, that is by, how I use my system information so that, I should be market driven. Then this organization of the future is held together by information. 1960, Peter Drucker wrote that book, that knowledge age is going to come. He is the first visionary who wrote in 1960 that knowledge information age is coming. In 1960 he wrote, and the information age started coming in 1990 after 30 years. He was a visionary And he says the organization of the future is held together by information. You need to ask yourself, what information do I need to do my, these are his words, you know. I capture the way he spoke, you know, this capture I speak. So it clearly says that there is a, what is called the dichotomy, how we perceive the information, how we perceive the data, and what business require. So what is the solution? So I will be leading to the solution. Then he didn't stop that. He's saying that computer has failed to provide impart information, they have damaged it. I think some of you must agree. In morning we were listening that, you know, cyber security and, you know, all those things, they are damaging. You know, by chance this SCADA system is being, you know, you can say that attacked by cyber security. We are hearing, you know, so many SCADA systems. In fact, you know, the nuclear plants are, you know, in the danger zone, I will say. And this is what, you know, he was hinting that, you know, that time data cloud issues like that. He jokes in the invention of the computer in 1950, business people have wanted computers, they just did not know why. To this day, he said computers have not the impact we thought they would. Probably I am happy that if Peter Drucker would have been living today, he would be happy to see the impact of computer in our life. So gentlemen, I think, you know, this sort of conferences with ARC or Gartner or this sort of conferences has made us more, you know, I will say, vigilant, you know, all these aspects, and more, today it is being said that, you know, information technology or digital technology has become the part of the business, and the measurement is the key. So if I like to, you know, something which I learned from him, that, you know, which I carry, say, that, you know, how you translate the data into the information, and information into knowledge, and knowledge into decision, that is a big challenge, where I found that, you know, BPM technology, business process management technology, which I'm going to speak in the next 20 minutes, you know, may help all of us. So let me introduce my company, Bharat Petroleum. Some of you must be dealing with their companies because there are so many vendors I'm finding over here. You know, he's one of the Navratna, and, you know, one of the, we have second largest, you know, oil major in our country. We have, you know, 4 refineries, you know, 2 of our own refinery and 2 of joint ventures, one in Bombay, Kochi, and Bina refinery in Bhopal, near Bhopal, and in Assam we have Numalgarh refinery. We have, you know, a large, very big, you know, I will say that infrastructure, very big infrastructure of our retail outlets delivery, through which we do the delivery of our, you know, products to our customers. And we have, you know, some, you know, 13, you know, joint ventures companies, you know, which are listed in the left-hand side. You can imagine that the kind of, you know, and there's only one chairman. There's only one chairman, Mr. R.K. Singh, and, you know, and there are only 4 directors, you know. And you can imagine that, you know, I'm not saying that we are unique, you know, these similar kind of problems are everywhere. You know, to managing all this sort of, you know, diversified kind of information, all sort of information is a key challenge to companies like BPCL. When I compare these challenges, you know, in terms of our refineries challenges, you know, you can see that we have 3 refineries, 1, 2, 3. We have a common, you know, departments, you know, for supply chain and supply demand, and, you know, and there is a common board for all these refineries. And, you know, we have challenges like, you know, fluctuation in the crude prices. You are seeing that. We have product variability, the quality assurance. And then, you know, the biggest challenge, you know, which we find is that, you know, the visibility of on the assets and the performance, you know, visibility of assets. And that too in an integrated manner. That too in an integrated manner. All these 4 refineries, you know, all these departments, 9,800 retail outlets, 400, you know, our installations where we store our products. They all are, you know, diversified locations, countrywide locations. It's become a big challenge to manage such type of companies without an integrated information system. And coming back to my profession, you know, refinery profession where I work, and, you know, we have a big challenge every day morning at 8 o'clock. All bosses, you know, they are responsible for, you know, ensuring that, you know, are we on the par with the distillate yield, you know, crude throughput, whatever, you know, because the crude means there is the raw material, the black oil. You know, if I am not able to get the right product mix from the crude, you know, I will be losing the money for the, you know, if I am not able to extract, you know, the motor spirit or HSD or LPG of the right quantity, I will be losing the money. So that is a big challenge in front of business, and how IT is going to ensure, let us see that. And side by side, we have another big challenge is that, you know, like, you know, we have the factors like safety and environment. we have to ensure that safety has to be ensured. There should not be any accident, there should be fire, like that. So these are the big challenges, in front of our business. There were those days, when I joined this company, 32 years back, madam, I am now 32 years old in this company. Probably my CV is telling you that 30 years. That time, the information data, we used to call it EDP department, electronic data processing department, and we used to do only 5-6 things, payroll processing, financial accounting, and what is called that, stock accounting, like that. Now today, if you see that, the IT, I consider my role as a process manager, not that IT manager. I consider my role as a process, sorry. You can see that IT should be synergized with the business and process-centric IT. And these are some of the, objective when we derive that, results, when we design the IT solutions, we keep in our mind that, we have to be process-centric. We have to be on real-time data, because when we are dealing with the plant data, it has to be on real-time basis. And, we have to keep in mind that, all factors of safety environment has to be factored out. And then we should also use the state-of-art, process automation software like ERP and MES. So these are the considerations, when we go about, implementing or deciding the systems, we keep in mind. Biggest challenge which we have found is that, biggest challenge I will say that, our solution has to be the process-centric, process-smart. It should synchronize with the processes. Whenever, I have found that, software is not being used or whatever reason it not, the reason in most of the cases is that that software is not meeting the requirement of the process. Like, we say that, there is a software, which is, measuring that, fuel and loss, our fuel and loss. If the software is not able to measure the fuel and loss as per the process of the refinery, nobody will use that software. It will lie in the cold storage. So that is one big challenge which we face. Let us revisit our, the processes. I will say only there are two processes for this audience: the cracking of the oil, and then, distillation and reforming. Cracking the oil and reformation. Because without understanding the process, my talking will not be, senseful, I will say. So I'm sorry that, I'm bringing you refinery in front of all of you. So kindly forgive me for 1 or 2 minutes. So before I tell that what process and, we are dealing, with the software or hardware, we should understand what is that, cracking, is there, and reforming is there. How many of you are using, we all know that. So whenever, any product we are making, like, motor spirit or HSD, it is a result of the cracking of the crude and distillation. These are the two major processes. And gentlemen, we have to deal with the complexities of the refinery. Complexity of refinery is not so easy. How many of you have visited refinery? From outside you have seen? How many? 4 or 5, I'm seeing the picture, 4 or 5. Thank you very much, I think it's a good number. And how many you have seen outside? Must have seen that, outside. The refinery is a very complex thing. Sometimes I get fear to enter in the plant. It is not easy to enter in the safe, I will say that, movement in the plant. If you see the refinery broad processes, we have listed on the right-hand side. It starts from the planning, then, production, and then refining, scheduling, because we have right now 23 plants, scheduling has to be done. Then we are having unit optimization. These are also big processes. And then we are having, that APC, advanced process control. This is the advanced process, I will say, on top of each plant. No, but what company is interested on the left-hand side? That is called the material balance. What is my stock? Quality, what is my quality of the product? And production schedule and KPIs. That is on the left-hand side. To manage this, right-hand side and left-hand side, you have to, operate on real-time database basis. Real-time. This is one, I will say, this is one industry where there is no excuse that you can do on an event basis or you can do in a discrete manner. You have to be on the real-time basis. Every 5 milliseconds, every 10 milliseconds, you have to monitor what is happening in the column. You can imagine that if we don't measure in the column every 5 milliseconds or 10 milliseconds, and temperatures goes up, there will be blast, and then the refinery will be on the fire. So it is so sensitive. So real time, right now we have 40,000 devices. We are capturing data from 40,000 devices in real-time database. We call, somebody was mentioning about historian data. It is not, sir, historian, it is a real-time database. And 40,000 devices are being cached every 5 milliseconds. That is kind of data we are getting. So to go anywhere, the big data problem is all over already here. To take care of that, we have implemented the MES system. I will not go in detail. Manufacturing execution system, already I think TCS presentation has covered that. It comprises of the point solutions of scheduling, production accounting, and laboratory information system, and pipeline transfer, that is called OMS. When we refine these, not only what I have talked, this is a complex operation. Today, our business is 220,000 crore business. We are doing that much volume is a business. Refinery is not only this scheduling and planning, scheduling and production. It comprises of so many other factors. So as an IT person, we divided, in the beginning, this is a very old slide, which I have done, I told my staff some 13, 14 years back, you make this process diagram like this, distinction of the process. The middle, you will find those processes which I just now discussed, and on the left-hand side and right-hand side, you will find those supporting processes. Without that, this middle process will not align, will not function, like safety, environment, finance, all are supporting. Finance is by ERP and SAP. Safety, we have other systems like that. So as a planner, I will say that, as a business person, we have to take end-to-end process mapping. Understand each and every process, identify and understand each process, and see that what information is required to run that process, to get the information about that process, and design system accordingly. So during course of time, we have developed some 80 systems. I don't have time to go around these systems, but these systems center around these 5 key systems of MES and ERP. These are the 5 major systems which you find in the center. These are 5 major systems. And SAP. SAP is our ERP, corporate level. Whatever refinery is doing production, it has to be posted in SAP on real-time basis, because then delivery can happen. So, friends, we always believe in doing any design in a perfect manner. This is a very old system. I don't believe in changing system every year, every second year, like you find on Microsoft or Google. This we developed some 10 years back. You'll find on this our we call it intranet. Some of you must be aware of this term. All systems you can access, transaction systems, real-time systems through this intranet. As a result of development of all these systems in course of time, I will call it, as IT person, we end up developing a spaghetti. How many you agree? How many you agree that the TCS, sir, you were talking about that, systems in a smart factory. This is the reality. We are dealing with the spaghetti. Now the challenge is that how we deal with the spaghetti and make the spaghetti the way business wants to use this information. And lead to that, somebody was talking about the predictive analytics. So this is what the spaghetti we have, and we say we have ended on that. And I will not go in detail, but this is the reality in most of the business. So to design, to solve this problem, let us take the learning from our consultant Gardner, and they say that this is a very common slide. You will find that one of the important things whenever you design system or integrate system is that you have to ensure the visibility. Once the visibility is ensured, that all process and results should be visible, and then you have to see that accountability that whosoever is using that process, he is accountable. He is ensuring that so accountability, and once accountability is ensured, adaptability will become very easy. The problem starts with the visibility side. When you don't know where accident is going to take place, when you don't know that who is the terrorist, then it is very difficult to take action. Do you agree with me or not? So how to ensure the accountability? And these are the so what we thought that let us take the guidance, or let us take whatever see, we have a very good practice in our company that we always try to use the best practices. And we are a very quick learner what is happening world around. Then we did a study, we say that let us see that whether we have this sort of spaghetti or this sort of problems can be solved through BPMI, business process management, or I will not go in the, so you can see that we have a large number of systems, and there was challenge to integrate these systems. There was challenge to integrate these systems, and then we designed, we have that time, this was 4 years back. We thought that let us, this was 5 years back, when our chairman, Mr. R.K. Singh, has, he has directed, in fact, I'll give the credit to our chairman, he directed, because unless, top management is interested, you cannot do such a big projects, He say, you implement like this. So, gentlemen, you see that, I already discussed that, there are primary processes, there are secondary processes, there are supporting processes. So, first of all, we identify these processes. We have used, a very scientific, method of, what is called the process modeling. When we have scouted a solution in the market, luckily we have scouted, Siemens person is here, sir, I give you vote, that we scouted your solution XSQ for our need. And we implemented that solution XSQ, which I'm going to just discuss in 5 minutes time. So that solution meets this requirement of process modeling in a very scientific manner. You can see that there are 5 layers here. One is that layer of your software, then is the layer of the, capturing the real-time data, and then there's a layer of processes, and then there's a layer of models, various models for, one model for energy, one model for, safety, one model for, utilities, one model for, a process unit. Like that, we have done the process modeling. It's a big exercise. It took around 1.5 years. Whole exercise took 1.5 years. And gentlemen, you see the solution which we have come out. You see that what we have done, we divided the entire refinery operation business into 13 domains. Domains start like production, quality, economics, reliability, and HSE, health and safety and services, utility, maintenance, energy, and process unit. See the glimpse of this. For each of these domains, we, thoughtfully, we have, with the help of our, this is not the IT function. This has all been driven by the business. I could not do this thing unless business has supported, my GM operation has supported. For each domain, we have decided that what should be the key areas of our, which are the key processes we have to capture, and what are the information, and what are the data and information we have to capture and show. So, for example, we have a refinery overview which is being used by our director, which gives in one glance that how today we are performing plan versus actual. Process unit performance, we have 13 plants, I told you, how they are performing like the safety metrics. Similarly, like, what is our KPIs today, how we are performing, vice versa, our targets. Each process unit, how our CDU is performing, how FCCU is performing, you will see then in a minute of time. So, and there was another challenge, beside all these systems, you may be knowing that whatever you do, still the data is on the desktops and paper. So that was another big challenge. My team took this challenge, Mr. Shri Kumar and Lata is here. Where you are hiding? So both of them there. See, they took this challenge, and they developed an in-house configurable system which could, which could capture, 700 pockets of the data on daily basis, which is being never, touched by the ERP or MES. Somebody says, I will develop a smart refinery, smart system. I think, sir, you are on wrong. That, there are some data for which there is no system at all available in the market. So we have to enter this data, but we ensure the process has to be foolproof. And gentlemen, this is the solution, which we love to use it. I don't have time to explain each and everything. In one shot, you get the full glimpse of 13 domains. Have you found this solution anywhere? You find only one place. Can you tell me where? ARC. You try to enter in the cockpit of the aircraft. We have developed the cockpit of the aircraft. You just, some of you must have seen the cockpit of the aircraft. This is the cockpit of aircraft. I'm not making joke. A lot of hard work has gone behind this. 2,000, widgets has been developed for this system. There was a man-month of, I will not say less than, there were very difficult to say that, summarize that what all achievement. But see that, what I want to, highlight you that in one shot you are getting all key parameters, your supply chain, my ship arrived, how much I have sold. Like that, safety, how I'm performing my business like that. And for each domain, like energy, how I'm performing in case of somebody was, sir, you were saying about that, energy, there was a talk by energy management. I am giving solution over here. You need not to go to anybody, that you can just consult me, send an email, I will give you solution. It's a very easy solution. But I cannot say that, I'm sorry. I will not say that, it's adequate as an automated solution, but we have, homegrown solution, we call it. We don't have energy management software, but today it is meeting my management requirement, See that, we have always problem in companies like Bharat Petroleum, in the refineries, that, the water is not available. Today, water is scarcity. See that, how the water consumption is being monitored, and the trending is being, what is called that capture. If you have time, kindly take the slides and you can study, or you can. Another big challenge is that, any information you get, it is having, 2-3 components. Like volume is there in one system, density in another system. But when we show in this, system, BPMI system, it comes along with the volume and density both. So what happened? We have to connect both systems. And luckily, this software AccessQ, I will not just praise a vendor. This software is a very seamless, very, what is called, very intelligent software. We don't need too much, programming in that. It easily connects with all backend systems like, LIMS. We have, state world-class systems like Thermo Fisher, LIMS, and Spentec, IP21 Historian. Like Plan for Actual. This is, see that my general managers, they are all the times hooking on this sort of, trending, Somebody was saying analytics is the next. Sir, we have implemented analytics over here. You need not to see. Only thing, I will not say we have implemented advanced analytics. The next project which I am going to take up is the advanced analytics. See, in one shot, we are getting our full plant. One shot. You click anywhere, you get the plant view. You click on the column, you get what is happening inside that. So this is what, this system which we implemented in Bharat Petroleum, and, it has, other facilities like, alerts, notifications, and, graphics, whatnot. And, in morning itself, email goes to all, general managers and all stakeholders that, boss, something is waiting for you, please have a look, you will be in the problem. So this email goes, they have to click and see the, their respective screen. This is what, happens every day morning. When in the morning, when operation group meet, they see this screen and try to visualize that what is happening in the plant in last 24 hours and all, at actuals right now, because this is a real-time basis system. So we have integrated system. So I'm happy to say that you have a glimpse that these are layers, I will say that there is no shortcut. I'm a practitioner. I don't believe in shortcuts. Somebody give a solution. Like, you go to hospital, he says that, this is the medicine you take, you will get rid of this heart problem. I will not recommend that. It is a very complex operation. There is no smart solution for that. You have to apply the layer solution. You can see the layers. You have to believe in that infrastructure. We have, very robust infrastructure. We have 2+1 data center, 2+1. Corporate systems, SAP, then MES systems, I already discussed, then, add-on systems, and then safety systems. And then we have that layer called this is a layer, for service layer, and top of that, which I have just shown you, is that, BPMI software system. BPMI solution, business process management, intelligence system. Some time back, this is a very recent report on Gartner. I say, let me benchmark. I always believe in benchmarking. I don't, just go and attend the classes, I stop attending classes. I always teach the classes. I say, we are the subscriber of the Gartner report. I say, let me have a Gartner report in hand. Then I saw that, when we benchmark our solution against what Gartner is recommending, I found that, most of the things except predictive analysis we have implemented in this BPMI. So, thank you very much. There are a lot of challenges which we have faced. This is not an easy project. You can imagine. You can, make out that the biggest problem is that acceptance of the user. We have done in initial phase 70 workshops. There is a 3,000-page document which is called functional design scope, which was made. Then only we have jumped on this solution, which is a so exhaustive solution. So, friends, and we have received last year for this solution an award from NESCOM in energy, oil and gas sector. So this is my vision that now we are implementing the solution in our Kochi refinery, and other refineries follow in next year time, I will say. And once this is there, then we have integrated dashboard on the desk of our directors, all directors and chairmen. They can monitor the performance of business sitting in their room. They need not to have meetings. We cannot avoid the meetings, but at least that sort of facility will be made available. So I believe, taking, lessons from our forefathers, I will say that the only most important responsibility is the change. You know, I have seen business, yesterday when my director was asking the review, I say there is one problem that, though we have developed such an exhaustive system, but still there is one problem called the change. People don't want to, change their mindset. Still they want to go see the dashboard as information. This dashboard is not for the information, this is for decision making. So that change still I am striving, my team is striving, and I am sure that in the next 6 months' time, all these dashboards which you have seen, a glimpse of that, will be helpful to take a very proactive decisions. Thank you very much for your kind attention.